What's up? What's up? This your girl, Lady Louisiana, with I10TV on my set, right here in Mississippi, Vicksburg, Mississippi. That is. This episode is being brought to you by none other than the Hole in the Wall Kitchen with Mississippi Gino out here in Vicksburg, Mississippi, and I am joined here with this lovely lady, May. Tell them where you're from, May.
I'm from Canton, Mississippi.
Okay, and thank you so much for coming in, interviewing with your girl, Lady Louisiana on Arts and TV. Now, I know we just met recently the other day, and I'm talking about you nailed it with your poetry. I know you were just talking to me a little bit before we got on, saying that right now but you also do music.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us a little bit about how you separate the two. I know you were saying that your poetry is what you do more, and how you got started.
So I kind of don't separate it. So with me being an artist, I do everything but sing. And people are like, okay, what kind of artist are you? And I'm like, I do everything but sing. So with my music, when I'm doing poetry, my raps is like an intro to the poem. So it's like a brief description of the poem before I actually give details. So the details is within the poem. The description is the rap I do before I do the poetry.
Okay, so you kind of tie them in to one another.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I couldn't have said it any better. So that is artistry in its best form. So and it's definitely something different being here from Mississippi. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. First time ever meeting an artist with that type of talent that is being creative. When did you start doing this, and what brought you to doing this type of artistry?
So there's some roots right here. So I've been an artist all my life. So I just could never escape it. I started off with drawing and painting and all those things. And then I just started tapping into other things. Cause like when it comes to my family, I always been a little isolated, if that makes sense. Like in solitude, I really did fit in with my family and everything like that. I wanted to, but they was like, that nigga there. And I used to be snitching, y'all, because when they came through swinging them belts, I'm like, hold on, what we getting whooped for? And so I was out finna start snitching on y'all niggas. So that's kind of part of the reason of the solitude. So in the midst of this solitude, I found different talents. And I mean, it just flowed from there. I actually forgot the question.
Okay, no, it's okay. But when you started doing it, about what age were you?
Ooh, I can't even recall, because like I said, I've been an artist most of my life. Like I always been good with my hands, painting, drawing, and everything else just came with time and solitude.
And then what kind of just drew you to wanting to write? Did you start off doing writing poetry, or was it the rapping part that grabbed you first?
So the thing is, I started writing music like in middle school. Like I remember, not even just middle school, like off the dome, I could just come up with a song since I was real young. So I'm like, I'm this flowing, this good. You just entertaining yourself.
Were you like one of those kids that while you was in middle school, we was, I don't know your age, but we had little groups we were forming. It was rapping or beating on the desk. Were you like into that kind of stuff? Or?
I was, but it was more so me just doing it with myself, if that makes sense.
Because you did say you were kind of more in solitude.
Yes, ma'am.
And since you've embraced that, when did you actually, being from Canton, Mississippi, correct me if I'm wrong, that's like right outside of Jackson, right?
It's in Madison County, like more so outside of Glustack, if that makes sense.
Okay. So I'm still learning my areas here.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I'm Lady Louisiana. So, but when you started doing that, how did it take, especially being a female? A lot of times when we think about music, rap, everybody kind of want to be like, oh, it's a male's thing. Mm-hmm. So how did you fit into that genre with being a female when you did step out? And tell me about what age were you about when you first did your first show or open appearance where you got out of solitude and put on the front street?
So I started doing, I'm going to go back to that first question, and I'm going to be able to answer that question. Okay. I had a teacher, and she asked me to try poetry.
Okay.
And I was just like, what is this? What is this? And I was like, oh, this rapping with no music. And she was like, hold on, this girl good at it. And so my first time ever performing was my senior year of high school for our class day, our senior day. Okay. And it was my first time ever performing. I performed a lot in church, but on that perspective, like just performing in general, it was with my class, and I did a poem.
Okay.
So that was the first time I performed. And I never put myself in a box, because my mama didn't play that. She never said, don't ever say what you can't do.
Right.
And so
it was ever, sky's is the limit.
Mm-hmm. So, and she just installed that in me, and everything I wanted to do, I did by the grace of God.
And shout out to that teacher. What was that teacher's name?
Miss Osby.
Okay, shout out to Miss Osby. Most definitely, we'll make sure you see her, Miss Osby, because this is that you are a representation of her being an adult, inspiring you.
Mm-hmm.
So when we do, you make sure you always shout out Miss Osby because she did her thing, and of course your family. So once you did that in class, you kind of knew this is what you wanted to embrace.
Mm-hmm.
And then you started doing music. So back to my other question, being a beautiful Black female, a lot of times in this era, we're used to the men when we think writing or performing.
Mm-hmm.
It's men, and we got a lot of celebrities have tackled in that. But being someone locally that we're talking to right now, right here, tell us how that's been as a Black female coming into the music, creating your own genre, because you're creating your own genre. You poet and you mixing it up. So how's that been?
I mean, it's been great. A lot of people been showing me love. God opened up so many doors. And I think it's good to stand out. And I'll say this, I never performed in an empty room. And when I leave, like I end up knowing more people. I end up knowing more people than what I walked in with.
Amen.
And I mean, just being in the midst of rappers and stuff, I get on the mic, a cappella, no beat, no background, none of it. And I do what I need to do.
Period. Okay, so what can we expect to see from you next? What is up and coming for you? Is this all the artistry you're gonna give us? Because you say you got a bunch of talent. You say you painted. So can we expect anything more, to see any more of this creativity coming out from you as an artist?
Yes, ma'am. So I have a production team.
Okay.
We do movies, commercials, short films. I'm also a model, do runway and print. Been doing it 12 years now.
Okay.
And I just did a music video with J-Wonn. Some more music videos coming up in the future. And really, God, I'm just going with the flow. Then God lead. And at this point, he's showing me how good it can get. So I can't just say right off the bat, but I know stuff coming.
Boy, you have given us the exclusives, letting us know that you ain't stopping and you ain't slowing down, okay? So thank you so much. Let all of my viewers know how they can get in contact with you, how we can stay up on the artistry. We're going to just say artistry. I ain't going to label you no more. I ain't saying poet or rapper. I'm saying the artist. Okay, so let my viewers know how they can reach you, how they can follow us, so we can keep the exclusive.
Alrighty, I'm Mae, M-A-E. You can follow me on Instagram at MaeMAE.JS7, and you'll also be able to see all the other pages from that one page. Okay,
that's what's up. And go ahead and do me a quick drop, and that's just let my viewers know what's up. This your girl, such chilling, however you want to say it. And let them know that you're chilling with I10TV and your girl, Lady Louisiana. Okay? And I'm going to move so you can slide over. You want to stop it?